This is window something or other shopping. Let's try again. Okay, this is window shopping. Entering the Zoom call today are today's contestants: Alana Shear.
No, why you're just supposed to introduce me?
Okay, here's Tony Krogas. She's go for it.
Pearly, is there a reason that you're not looking at the camera?
Well, you know the thing is, my camera's over here.
Yeah.
Or over here. I was here.
Yeah, he likes the profile shot. That's his strong side.
Yeah.
It's you know this computer does not have a built-in camera. It has an outside camera. I could put it over the monitor, but then I don't like the way it looks because I like how it frames.
You look great.
I'm sorry, I forget I said anything.
Can of worms. You opened a can of worms.
Yeah, don't poke the bear about his appearance.
This is window shopping. Here's your host, Tony Kroga.
Welcome to Window Shopping with Car and Driver. This is the weekly show, and sometimes bi-weekly show, where we look for cars on the internet based on a challenge. This week, we're looking at Demolition Derby cars, which was submitted to us by one of our viewers, and we think it's a great idea. So we invited our Demolition Derby expert, freelancer Derek Powell, who's been writing for CD now. Derek, how many Demolition Derbies have you been in?
I've been doing it since 1995. I would say I've been in over a dozen across the country.
So you have over a quarter century of experience in demolition derbies.
I mean, when you put it like that, it's kind of embarrassing, but yes.
But I think we need to ask, how did you get into demolition derby?
So I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, and we really didn't have any motorsports around, at least not ones that I was familiar with. And so the local fair always had demolition derbies, and I thought, well, you know, I really love cars and I really love motorsports, so let's give this a shot. So my first demolition derby car, my Dodge Neon was in for service, and one of the Dodge techs said, "Hey, there's this guy out by the train tracks who has a Dodge Magnum, and he wants $100 for it. If you can get it out of his yard, you know, you can have that." So we went over. He was living in a ramshackle house with 2 kids, and one was just a child, a baby, and he wanted the $100 for Stones tickets. So we put in a new battery and some gas. I started it up, and 2 days later, I drove it because, again, small town Pennsylvania. I drove it to the fair and had some guy on site weld it for $25, and I was off.
Which Cordova was this? Was this the first generation? I mean, not a Cordova, it's a Magnum. So was this the
yeah, it was based on the Cordova. It was a 78 Magnum, so it had the flip down, transparent headlight covers.
One of Richard Petty's last attempts of the campaign of Chrysler in NASCAR was the Magnum.
Well, see, it's good for motorsport, man.
Derek, have you won any?
I'm sorry?
Have you won any?
Well, I can't hear you. Can you speak up?
What is that from, Derek?
This is from the Orange County, I don't know, Orange County Fair 2002, the Orange Crush, 2 p.m. July 13th, 2002.
And what car did you win that in, Derek? Was that Magnum?
So I met a guy from Lincoln Parts International when I first moved here.
Was he by the train tracks?
I was gonna say.
Well, he's out in Paris, so that's kind of just the train tracks period, right?
Yeah.
And so he said, "Hey, I've got this Mark V, this Lincoln Mark V, and I'd really I think we can win with it." So I picked up this car.
Oh my God!
This is Days of Thunder, but Demolition Derby.
I mean, look at this lot; it's heaven. We picked up this Mark V, and he has a paint booth in that barn there. Oop, wrong car. And that was me outside the Orange County Fair, and then this is me after.
Nice. Oh. Wow, look at that. Crumple zone really worked.
It did, man. And I won against a 1976 Chevy Impala Wagon, which is one of the most
legendary.
Yeah, it's the most admired station wagon because you can just slam into something and it really just does not does not change shape much.
Can you quickly go back to the photo of the original car with the broken windshield? Jonathan, is that what the windshield on your Land Cruiser looked like?
Without the actual hole, that is what.
Oh, you're saying the hole.
Yeah, it was everything without the hole. If it had the hole, I would have had to pull over, but that's what it looked like.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember, just get back to the 76, those wagons, those GM B&C car wagons, they had the door that went down into the hole. So they had all this structure down there that wouldn't deform because the door could be contained down there.
All right, let's finish the intros. That was John Pearly Huffman talking about the rear door of the Chevy wagon. Road and Track senior editor John Pearly Huffman. Contributor Jonathan Ramsey joins us. And once again, Alana Schur, senior editor Car and Driver, joins us.
And a tail in the back of Alana. Sure. Oh, what?
Ramsey, have we not talked about the tail? Like,
sorry, yeah. I didn't mean to do that on air. Please forgive me.
Okay, Derek, why don't you kick it off since you've already gotten us going? Pearly, did you shut your stuff off? Did you shut all your devices off? I heard.
I shut all my devices off. So, that was actually through the computer I'm using to talk to you. I can't turn that off.
Yeah.
That's troubling.
Take it away, Derek.
All right. So along those lines, I obviously love the Lincoln Mark V. And I love it because the 460 and the C6 transmission are practically indestructible. It also, the Prindle is connected via cable as opposed to linkage. So when you hit hard, you are not going to ruin the linkage. And if you have 2 truck batteries wired in sequence up front to start that big 460, it'll spin at 300 degrees. Oil temperature 300 degrees, no problem, and you can get back into the game. So that said, I found a 1979 Lincoln Mark V in Albuquerque.
Let's see it.
And it's a great intro shot, as you can see. The vents are intact, so it'll keep it cool. And the only problem with the 79s, and I wish I could have found a pre-79. In 1979, the 460 was discontinued, replaced by the 400, which made only 159 horsepower. So you can imagine trying to drag yourself around when your fender is just stuck in your wheel well, and you really need that 360 pound-feet of torque. That said, this thing is, I know how to drive it. I know how to take it apart. I really don't even need to spend $200 or $2,000.
Let's see the photos.
Let's see.
And I think we should also clarify there are lots of different rules about Demolition Derby. So
look at that leather interior, man.
Is it a designer edition? Is it like a Bill Blass?
I think this is a Pucky.
Take those seats out and you'd have a living room set.
Yeah. No, if it were a 78, it would be a Diamond Jubilee based on this color. But I believe, well, hang on. Well, these photos are so small. That's not working.
I'd suggest that we ask the owner or seller for more photos, but they clearly, based off of the bottom of this ad, are not interested in working very hard to sell this car.
No, they do not need help. The hood ornament, you can barely see it, but on the Diamond Jubilee and the collector's edition of 1979, those hood ornaments had glass in between the stars, and they go for about $1,500 right now. So
really,
yeah. The things you learn when you work with a Lincoln parts collector and seller.
Who's buying the hood ornaments?
Obviously, Diamond Jubilee and collector's edition people who have either had theirs stolen or need a new one for a Concours.
Oh, it's not
are they glass or are they like a clear plastic? They're actual glass?
They are actually glass.
Diamond. Are they actually diamonds?
I wish they were diamonds, because then I would steal one.
Have you seen anyone wearing one on a necklace?
That's a great idea.
And I want to say I've never heard the words Concours and Lincoln Mark V together.
You obviously have not seen the world.
Well, no, clearly.
Clearly,
hang in
yeah.
different neighborhoods.
You couldn't be more wrong about that.
No,
Where have you
clearly.
been, driving a
I
truck?
thought I had. Until
Mark
today.
5, there's a lot of love for the Mark 5. There's no love for the Mark 6.
Hmm.
No, actually, the reason I met this guy is because I had a Lincoln Mark 6.
Hold on, Derek. I'm sorry to interrupt because I try not to, but because, not everybody knows who you are. Just because you had a car and loved it very much does not mean that it's like a mainstream accepted car.
And Alana, please interrupt as much as possible.
Yeah. No, tell me more, Ilana. Please tell me why my choice is wrong.
I'm not saying your choice is wrong at all. I mean, we're friends. I approve of all of your car choices, which is also a point against you.
It's also a point against me.
It's not like I have your car choices.
It sounds like Derek is still living in his small town in Pennsylvania, just in California. That's what it sounds like it's happening.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong, my friend.
Derek, what's the entrance fee of a typical demolition derby? Like the last one you were in, how much does it cost to enter?
It was $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how many cars were in it?
So there's usually like 4 heats and then a last chance event and then a finale. So I would say 15 cars per heat, and then the final 2 go on to the finale. And then whatever's left after those 4 heats goes into the last chance, and then those final 2 go into the finale.
So it's like an episode of American Gladiators.
It kind of is, but with cars.
Like Survivor.
Yeah.
It sounds lucrative, is what it sounds like.
Dude, I have to tell you, I won $3,000 for the Orange Crush, and I shared that with my team. So I went home with a spanking $1,500
Oh my God.
for 2 months of investment and taking it apart.
And that doesn't count the capital investment in the car.
Correct. Yeah. So again, it's like any other motorsport where if you want to earn $1,500, you got to spend $5,000.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Derek. Alana, you're up next.
Oh gosh. All right. I can do this. Hold on.
Let's see what you brought to the party.
Let's see. I've already forgotten.
Thanks for playing. Have a nice day.
Is it a Mopar?
No. So I originally wanted to have this lovely Cadillac hearse. I thought that would make a lot of sense. There's just like a whole bunch of space in the back. I imagine that they're not real crushable back there because you don't want stuff getting crushed in a hearse. But then I looked at a couple of different rules, and we didn't pick any particular demo derby to talk about entering, but because I do like to follow rules, and everyone knows that about me. Boy, I like to follow rules. And pretty much every one that I looked at specifically said no hearses. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do the hearse. And then I was like, well, maybe a Buick Roadmaster, which is kind of also a hearse. But I was like, no, I don't know. I just felt like it was boring. And so I decided to go maybe a little more style than substance.
Oh my God.
Now we're talking.
I found this 1980s Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow with green. And
does it run?
No, it says something was wrong with the Seymour.
Yeah, it says it won't start. It says something's wrong with the exhaust and it won't start. But
okay,
we're gonna take the exhaust off anyway. So
These are fuel injected by this time, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they are, right?
By 80, they were like they were pretty modern. This is a pretty late car for the Silver Shadow.
I just felt like you would be like, I feel like Demo Derby has a little bit of wrestling in it, and I was like, no, I want to be the showman. I want to give the people what they want. And clearly what they want is to see a teal Rolls-Royce just smashing into stuff.
I love
once. And
you
then
get a little bell here. So every time you get hit, you'll know.
An angel gets its wings.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Well, everything I read said the radiators are the key thing. And I have a feeling that you will, once you take a frontal hit in this, you'll look great, but it's over.
Yeah. I was looking up Rolls-Royces in demolition derbies, and I found that in 1973, Bobby Unser actually raced a Rolls-Royce in a demolition derby that was like a celebrity demolition derby right before Evel Knievel jumped, I think, all the buses. Anyway, it was a good story, and he basically went out the very first one. Like
everybody aimed for him.
Alana, how much do the grills sell for? Do they sell for as much as the hood ornament on the Mark V?
Do I look like Derek? Am I partying on Rolls-Royces? Like, no, I don't know.
You
Just
don't
make up a number.
And I was gonna say, no parts guy approached you behind the train tracks and said, "I've got a grill."
I try to avoid talking to people by the train track. Like my number one rule.
Is that a yoga mat?
It looks like a pillow.
Oh,
like
it's a pillow.
It's kind
I
of like
thought
a back
we,
support pillow for your which you might need as your
Oh,
demolition
and
turbo.
no door panels in the back. Well, on that door.
Or on the front, which just saves you time.
What's draped
Not
over
big
the
enough.
seats?
Say again?
What's
It looks like
draped
more
over the
mats.
seats?
Might
Pashmina.
be floor mats or
He probably had a
carpet.
jerry curl and didn't want to get his grease on the like in Coming to America.
Could be. I mean, look at this.
Like
type of-
Eric LaSalle, yeah.
Exactly.
It's color keyed. Derek, do people usually have to take all the seats out of the demolition derby cars, or do you go in the stock seat?
You want to take out anything that's flammable. So it's a good thing the door panels are out. That saves time. You'll need to take the wood trim out, the headliner, all of the soft plasticky bits. You can keep the dash.
Can you keep the wood steering wheel, or is that flammable?
You can keep the wood steering wheel. You're going to have flame-proof gloves on, so if it catches fire, you have time to tamp it out.
I think you can take that steering wheel off and sell it for the purchase price of the car, practically.
You could sell all the wood too, I would think.
Yeah, all the trim probably goes for good.
Derek, you opened our eyes to selling parts off of it.
Dude, it's awesome. If you can find the right racket, it's great.
The
How much-
underground
how
world
much
of
do you think the
demolition
bell's
derby.
worth?
I think that's a spiritual value.
This looks like the color that the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi used to buy his Rolls Royces in.
I mean, it's a great color.
Also, mad respect to whoever drove a Rolls-Royce 235,000 miles or was driven in for 235,000 miles.
Somebody spent a
More
lot of
respect to
money
the guy who
getting
kept it
that.
running for 235,000 miles.
Now it's more of like a beehive. I think there's probably a lot of beehives on this car.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're lucky, it's just bees.
This was the last year.
I think
for the
that's
Silver
it.
Shadow.
Yeah.
80 was the last year for the Silver Shadow.
Yeah, 81, they went to the new, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the engine that was in this car is like, I mean, it's like they used it from like the 50s on, right? With like just like some minor size differences. It's like, what is it, like 410 or something like that?
Yeah. They used to have it's a 600. It's a 6-point-something liter thing, and that was the same one they put the turbocharger on to make the
6
turbo R.
3/4. It's a 6.75, which
Had it
came
grown
out
that
in
big
like
by then?
60s.
Because it was, I thought it wasn't.
Sorry, go
It
ahead.
was like 6.2 in the 50s.
No, they had an inline 6, didn't they? And then the 6.75 came in the 60s. The V8 came in the 60s.
Right.
They had an inline 6 before that.
Is it still in production? Is it still in one of the? Is it still in like the Mulsanne or whatever?
They
R.I.P. Mulsanne. I fun fact on the Mulsanne though, when they were developing that one with cylinder deactivation, they had one of the original 6.75 motors, and it was so dirty or so inefficient that they were able to fire the new 6.75 with the fuel that was wasted in the combustion.
Wait, like they just ran the exhaust into the new engine and ran it off of that?
Yep,
So it's kind of like a human centipede, only with cars.
kind of a little bit more entertaining. Yeah.
Anyway, I cannot defend this as a wise demolition derby choice. I think it is too much money. And I don't know that it would actually make it, even into the ring, but you look so good. Like you would be the coolest failure out there.
There you go.
I wanna
Not
see that-
failure.
I want to see that thing get crashed into. That's a fan favorite.
Right? I want to as
Fan
well.
favorite.
I mean,
This is the car on the marquee advertising the Derby.
yeah.
Come
Well, and
see this.
that's what that 73 Derby was. It was like, I don't know what it was at the time, the $100,000 Derby or something. And it was all, I mean, there was like a brand new Cadillac and there was this Rolls and
Someone who was 12 years old at the time and watched that thing passionately. It was the $1 million demolition derby.
yes, There you go.
And it was Parnelli Jones had a Lincoln, and Bobby Unser had there's like a guy in a Charger one, and like the Adam 12 actors had a brand new Matador they put into it.
Oh, what did the guys from Emergency have?
They didn't have anything. The guys from Emergency weren't in there.
Now, what about Quincy?
Quincy wasn't in there either.
Okay.
And apparently,
Quincy didn't go on the air until after that.
That's
these
right.
celebrity demo derbies were a thing because in '76 there was another big one that the guys from Adam 12 were in again, and then Shirley Muldowney was in it, and Parnelli Jones, and Shirley Muldowney would have won except they disqualified her when her car caught on fire, even though it was still running, which is totally unfair.
That's not
She
fair.
was robbed.
Bull.
You did a great job. I almost looked for a Chevy Wagon because that's what she was driving in there, but I didn't think I could find one.
All right, don't get Pearly started on Chevy wagons again. All right, thank you,
You're
Alana.
very welcome.
They could take the grill and make a pretty amazing, possibly better than Derek's trophy out of that.
Well, the entire thing is, you look at that car going for $4,000, you can part it out and make money.
Yeah, yeah. You just
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
find the right car.
I
It's
can't
just
imagine why your homeowners association doesn't like you, Pearly.
That's only the start.
All right, Mr. Ramsey, you are up now.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Chevy wagons, that is exactly what I had gone for first. That guy.
Ooh.
Well, actually, yeah, that was my first choice, but I was like, but I thought this was gonna be the guy, and then I thought, like Alana, I followed just in her footsteps, and I was like, I can't show up at the Derby in this. So
Yeah, it's just like a basic bitch derby car.
It's just
boom, exactly. That is exactly what it is.
But
And I cannot be a basic bitch in a Derby.
But it's also a car that's like, why would you want to wreck that?
It's got 28,000 miles.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. It was only ever driven. It was driven as a third car to church, the store, and special
this
family
is,
gatherings.
yeah, this is bull. This is
Well,
all
it got 28,000 miles on it. Why would you want to wreck
That's
that?
exactly why you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it needs punishment. It needs abuse.
I don't like the nihilistic tone this is taking here.
Where's Aberdeen? Is this in Scotland?
Aberdeen, Texas, most likely.
Seattle.
Yeah, we're talking. We've got Paris, California, not the same as
there we
Paris,
go.
and
it's in
Aberdeen, Texas. But
That's outside Seattle.
but
Yeah.
Pearly, the thing is with demo derbies is I feel like it's kind of like gardening. It's like you look at it and you're like, oh, somebody who does this must really love cars or must really love plants. But actually, in order to really be good at it, you just have to be vicious. You have to have like no empathy, mechanical empathy whatsoever. It's just like you just want to have to see things die. It is for
But a 28,000 mile, a 28,000 mile Survivor, that seems like a waste.
That means I get to tell this car before I start, I'm doing this because I love you. Is what I'm going to tell this car.
Let's see your car. Let's see your real car.
So my actual car is this.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Because
Wow.
You're going for my vote. You are so going.
that's
Oh,
hold on. Oh
how-
my goodness.
how much
We'll
Wait
get
a
to
second,
that.
were you picking out chauffeurs' costumes too?
We'll get to that.
Oh my God.
but seriously, guys, how much do you want to see Jonathan's car ram into my car?
Oh, so much. You can't.
I mean, thank you. And it's like you can't beat this. And look at this. It's
Oh
in
my God.
fantastic looking condition.
How many
Like
miles? Another 230,000 mile car.
Yeah.
Oh well, but I mean, yeah, these cars were
Right. That's like 23 miles.
a lot, and a
Jonathan-
lot easier to run for that long than that Rolls-Royce. But,
Jonathan, what can you sell the 3-pointed star for?
well, I think
There's
I
no
think-
glass in the middle, so 0.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get much for that, but I mean, like the seats, probably like switch gear. I would even sell the steering wheel and
I don't
just
know.
put
That
on-
bolster's got some wear to it. I don't know if this is a good.
Yeah, but there's an airbag in that steering wheel.
Exactly. I mean, the steering wheel I would sell.
You could sell the catalytic converter.
The tires
There you
look
go.
like they're pretty good. They go for some money.
I mean,
Wheels
they'd be
seem to be in good shape.
How's he
You
going to
can-
drive it in the demo derby without tires?
Steelies. Put Steelies on.
Yeah, you go for cheap. You go for cheap tires. You don't go for those good ones. Those are good tires.
I mean, look at this.
Oh, the
Like,
the nets aren't sagging. That's actually really
exactly. It's against
Really
the rules,
good.
but I mean, I would love to have 3 other people, real corporate types.
I just want to convert those seats into a couch. I just want to have that couch in my living room.
It's already. Oh, I was gonna say it's already a couch, but I see what you mean now.
So
But I mean,
Jonathan, talking rules, are you going by the Lexington offer price on this, or?
well, so no, I need to hammer these guys down about another $100 because as you got a glimpse of, what's vital to this is also that I'm going to get my chauffeur hat, and to do it properly, I'm not going to wear my jumpsuit tuxedo. I'm going to wear this thing.
Oh God.
God.
Wow.
So you don't just have
I'm going to be the
still have
superhero chauffeur villain in my Mercedes.
Oh, it is like wrestling. It's just like wrestling.
Boom, exactly. Theme music, the whole deal. Not
Jonathan-
cake.
fetish wear.
Jonathan, that looks super flammable. Like,
No, I'll get a fireproof version. I'm good for 8 seconds.
It looks
That's
to me
all
like-
I need.
It looks to me like the models had an exciting day.
Great.
So,
Now I
yeah.
got to edit that out.
In my Mercedes,
Doesn't have the original radio. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the original blob punk in it.
Yeah.
and so I could sell that for money, but I need something to play Coldplay on while I'm driving. So
Ooh.
that's going to be important. I want to hear that first album while I'm doing my thing.
No, you're only going to be playing Suzanne Vega.
That would also be good.
There's probably a Suzanne Vega CD stuck in that CD player.
Well, I imagine there's probably a 6-disc changer in the back that I can load up.
Derek, are there like official demo derby tunes? Like, because I feel like there are kind of the, like the kind of music that you're going to hear at the county fair, right?
You are absolutely right. There's going to be like a 14-minute long rendition of Freebird, followed by a tone deaf YMCA dance along with everybody in the stands.
And then maybe like, are the cars coming out to Welcome to the Jungle or something? Like
it sounds like you've been to one of these before.
just in my soul already.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a Sweet Caroline sing along at some point.
Oh,
No.
of course.
Jonathan, how important, Derek, you said horsepower and torque is somewhat important. This has 238 horsepower. I can't remember how much torque, probably around 300 pound-feet. Would that be sufficient?
I think that would be sufficient. I think, again, as long as you can keep that radiator intact, that is your best defense.
And there's a ton of room. Sorry, between
maybe
the
have
grill.
some, M&S tires in back to make the most of that torque. But again, after that, everything is just kind of, it's anybody's game. I've seen one of those Chevy wagons lose its drive shaft and then pogo stick and flip over. You can just get hit in the wrong place and, just crimp your movement. Or there's a pit around the one in Chino, and if you get shoved into the pit, good luck getting out. So it's pretty arbitrary.
You can't install like winches or grappling hooks.
I mean,
It's not Mad Max.
Buzzsaws,
sure.
flamethrowers.
Maybe Death Race Demolition Derby. What I'm looking for.
you risk your life getting out of that car during the Derby, but if you want to fire up that winch, go for it.
Well, I feel like in my super suit, I can do anything I want.
The
Once I have my hat
non-flammable
on-
super suit.
Exactly. I have my hat on and my suit. Yeah.
Just turn on your flashers and they'll leave you alone.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
That's the safe word, like pineapple.
Wait a second. You're gonna cut out my comment but leave that in?
Yeah, that's
No.
funny. Yours wasn't.
No.
I might even have a pineapple on the dash with me as my spirit animal.
Jonathan, we forgot to mention the coach lines on your car, which are gorgeous.
Well, I mean, it's a gorgeous car.
All right, Pearly, you're up. Let's see what you brought.
Okay. I mean, the problem is that I have too much mechanical sympathy. I don't really like the idea of these at all. This is just,
You're gonna lose.
I know.
You love cars too much.
Yeah, I do love cars too much. And this is what there it is. 2003 Lincoln Town Car Executive. I thought everybody would pick a Panther platform. They're so common. They're so robust. They,
Well, we
You know,
want it to be an interesting show.
Are those Brembos?
they're red.
Yeah.
I highly doubt that they're Brembos, but this is a car that is been used hard as a.
What happened to the left fender?
Yeah, well,
It was in a demolition derby.
Yeah.
Okay.
That air suspension is intact.
yeah. So it's just it's a.
I don't
decent
think
car.
that's the right tire size. I think the sidewall's too small, which makes it look lifted. Not that it matters. It's a demolition derby car, but
Demolition derby car. I mean, this is a car that's been, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I was looking at these going like, you're going to spend $5,000 on a demolition derby car.
it's got
Before you
aftermarket
prep it.
headlights.
This is.
Again, not that it matters.
The
Yeah.
small tires might actually be a good thing in the demo derby because like you have more space if like a fender gets crushed or something, you got mobility.
Well, I looked at these. The good thing about the town cars is they're longer and have more overhang than a Crown Vic.
Is that an Alero in the garage?
It is.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, okay, thank you. I'm done. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.
No, let's see the rest of the pictures and what.
There aren't very many pictures. I don't know why. I mean, none of it matters because you're going to rip it all apart anyhow. So
It's
So
from
Pearly-
Car Planet.
Pearly, where in the hierarchy was executive in the trim levels of the Lincoln Town Car in 2003? I don't recall.
I think executive was near the top. I think the top line was the executive L.
Yeah, the stretch, right? That was the
Stretch, yeah.
Hmm.
So these are hardworking cars. I mean, they're people put 400,000 miles on these things working as livery cars. So they're pretty robust. They're very simple, and there are a lot of demolition Panther cars out there. So I assumed that this would be a pretty good. I actually thought of it as a practical thing, and it's a car I don't mind seeing get smashed. I mean, my problem is that a lot of these cars are just like I feel guilty about them being destroyed.
But you would not feel guilty about killing this car.
No, I feel good about it. And because it's like common, it's ordinary, it's kind of terrible, and so what? But if it's a 23,000 mile Survivor Caprice,
Well, he didn't pick that, and Jonathan didn't pick that. He was
I
too
know,
much.
but he came close. I mean, somebody's
That's why, yeah, I certainly would have, but I didn't.
560 SEL. I know those things.
This is a hypothetical demo.
You shut your mouth, Alana.
As the one person here who actually cares about cars,
Oh my God.
Wow.
everybody else,
Oh.
everybody else is going all proto-fascist nihilist.
Oh, here we go.
I care.
Oh, God, what?
I love
Sleep well.
Pearly's
Sleep
heart
well.
grew 3 sizes.
Now it's taking a turn.
Between this show and the last one.
God, I'm feeling so guilty now.
I don't.
Pearly's
Well,
just-
you
Pearly's-
should.
Pearly's just mad he had to go fourth.
Yeah. Hey Derek, when you have a car that has like a lot of really sweet trim on it, like the town car did, do you take all that off, right? Like you
Yeah, you want to take off anything that could puncture or crumple or otherwise inhibit your movement. So
That's like why people take off their jewelry and their earrings when they fight, right?
yeah, that's why they put their hair back with some Vaseline and a rubber band and then go for it. So yeah, the less that can puncture or scratch your opponent or yourself, the better.
All right, you guys ready to see the winner? I came up with a strategy based on what I believe to be the truth about demolition derbies are usually held in dirt or mud, right, Derek?
Yes.
Okay,
Hopefully.
there we go. And then I'm also obviously pandering towards Jonathan. So here we go. Boom.
Oh,
Oh no!
hold on. How could you possibly want to destroy that? Tony?
Oh no.
How could you
Burning.
possibly want to destroy this vehicle?
Look at that. So I've got a 4-wheel drive Eagle wagon.
Four-wheel
So it's a
drive's
wagon,
amazing.
so I've got the strength of the rear end. It already comes pre-damaged, Pearly, so you don't have to feel too guilty about it.
Yeah, but I think 4-wheel drive is banned in most.
No, there's a 4-wheel drive category.
Look, it's got this cool Keep Portland Weird sticker. Like this is a find, I think. It's got the
Oh, no,
indestructible
Oh, look
4.0.
at that B6
It's gonna be
S4.
six, straight 6.
No, he's talking about the Explorer over here.
No, the S4, the yellow
There's an
S4. in the
S4
back.
over here.
Yeah.
So anyway, this
Uh,
person clearly has great taste in cars, is what I'm getting at.
Okay, that don't pander too much, but
Look at this. I've got cheap tires. I've got no hood ornaments.
Windows already out.
Exactly. This is ready to roll. The 4.2 liter straight six is pretty much indestructible as long as I keep the radiator happy. I've got the strength of the wagon rear end, and I've got all-wheel drive to continue smashing into people.
well, I think, Derek, you know, because maybe you do have to disconnect the drive shaft, the front drive shaft, or are there four-wheel drive classes?
You know, I mean, the one that is here in Southern California, they say no 4x4s, but just take the badges off and back.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And then
Yeah.
suddenly this is just an Eagle wagon. This is a Concord wagon as far as.
Because no
It's
one's gonna
Hornet.
know.
It's a Hornet wagon.
No,
Well, I'm
once
telling
you're
you.
in the arena, it doesn't matter. You just become a gladiator.
I think it's too small. I think up against full-size cars, it wouldn't last.
So I've seen a Volare go up against an Eldorado, and the Volare wagon was smashed all the way up into the B pillar. But it was all just like scraped ahead of, or on top of the wheels, so it could still move around, and that straight six just would not die.
Yeah.
So I mean,
David and Goliath.
size is a thing, but I think if you scamper about that dirt track, Tony, and then come in for the kill at the end, you might have a good chance.
I know, and I'm going to be able to get
Tony's big
away.
on Scampering. Tony's a real scamperer.
There is that. And you know when they watch the video later, they're gonna see your front axle moving, and they're gonna be like, it's gonna be a big scandal.
Yeah, we're
I'm
going to be
sure.
filming it on VHS.
When they
Okay, well, I suppose.
Hey, I'm sure they probably have beta cams. They probably have beta cams.
I don't know. That was fancy. Too many lines of resolution.
Yeah. Okay. So it's currently not running or driving, but I think I can get this running.
You really? What?
I'm
like,
just
hold on, how
being
much do you want
honest.
for it?
And I can sell the interior. Interior is brown leather and in pretty good shape.
Oh.
There's a complete Carfax.
Really? Where?
Says, visit our website and view the
Oh,
free
yeah.
Carfax.
Just ask Dan and Craig.
Oh.
Don't look at that.
Like what was happening there?
Oh, how could this possibly be in their inventory? It's not. I don't see it.
Eagle.
American
don't have,
Motors, right there.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Oh wow, they spelled it out.
There it is.
There it
It
is.
is. Only 100,000 miles. Look at that.
Wait, and what do they want for it? $69.95.
Oh, that's not what they want on Craigslist.
Oh, fail.
No. Craigslist is $39.95. My friend.
Sounds like a bait and switch to me.
I don't
Yeah.
know. This is coincidentally the same price as a new Yugo in 1987.
In the other ad, was the window
36,
busted out, or was that an older ad? And then, no, yeah, it's still same photos.
Maybe they were ambitious.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought that maybe something happened to the car and they lowered the price?
I thought maybe the Craigslist ad was like the person who had bought it previously and entered it in a demolition derby. But no, apparently not. So
Oh,
just-
I gotta buy the Carfax. They don't have it for
Well,
free.
said it
Oh.
in the last. Say they have
I
it.
think you
Yeah.
should give him a call. Drive it back from Portland.
Well, maybe it's scroll down on the ad. Was there?
Scroll down on the one at the dealership ad. And see if it's.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to the bottom. We
Oh,
went
okay.
to the bottom.
Oh,
Maybe you missed a link.
man.
I clicked on it. It's right there.
Well, that's the same. That's just the logo. It doesn't say that it has. I forget it. Who
All
cares?
right. Oh, you want me to look at the HTML? What do you want?
I don't want that car to die.
So, I mean, I know Derek has been to multiple demolition derbies from the inside. I mean, have the rest of you have you been to any demo derbies? Have you?
I've seen
I
it
have.
in Michigan at Flat Rock.
I went to one at Ventura and one at Saugus.
I went to them in Indiana.
Yeah, been to a few. I really like, there's one that they have up Watsonville called the Pumpkin Smash in October. And that one, I think it's still on dirt, but they just have like pumpkins all over the fields. And so it's a demo derby, but also pumpkins.
So lunch. is
So
what
as
offer
they
with the-
smash up, it gets more and more slippery.
Right.
And it really feels like fall too, I would imagine.
Yeah,
The one-
it smells
the
like
one at
pie.
Saugus the one at Saugus Speedway is pretty quick because it's all paved. And this is when Saugus was around, and it was pretty nasty. It was a lot of fun to watch.
All right, we've come to the part of the show where we vote on each other's picks and eventually crown a winner. Mr. Powell with the Mark V, definite thumbs up.
No.
That's a strong choice. Plus, you've proved that you can win with them.
Yeah, I mean, it would be foolish to vote against you, Derek.
I'm almost tempted to give Derek 2 points or two votes, but I'm not going to. What do you?
Wait, why would you do that?
Because if he picks my car.
Oh, I see how it is.
No. Okay.
Wait, hang on. I just got a Venmo from Antonio Quiroga. Decline.
Tony's not above changing the rules.
All right, Derek, what was your favorite? What do you think out of the other choices besides your own could win a demo derby?
And
Or just what did you like best?
oh, I thought Alana's was an inspired choice. I would have never, ever thought of getting something like a Rolls-Royce, but I just love the insouciance of it.
That should be the name of the car, Alana. The insouciance of it.
Definitely the name of my autobiography.
That too.
What's the point here? What's the point here to come up with a car that would win a demolition derby, or is a car to come up with something that's interesting to smash in the demolition?
It's whatever we vote on.
Okay, whatever. Thanks.
But you need to bring honor to your vote, Tony. You know that.
I will, absolutely. I always do. You want me to write it down?
No.
I can write it down right now. I'll write it down.
I mean, I feel like demo derbies are one of those things that have two parallel stories running at all times. One is the story of people who do want to win, and the other is the story of people who just want to make everyone that they know in the audience like have a wonderful time drinking beer. It's kind of like lemons racing or it's like normal mainstream motorsports. Like you don't do it for fun anymore. Like there's nothing funny happening in NASCAR, but like there are funny things happening at demo derbies.
Derek does not look like he's in this for fun. Derek looks like I'm
Yeah,
here to kill.
after you win a trophy that's as big as your head, it does go to your head.
Yeah. We're taking
And Derek's on the serious side, and clearly, Pearly is too.
All right,
But-
Alana's Rolls-Royce. Awesome
Thanks,
choice.
guys.
Awesome choice.
I can't do it. I can't want to ruin it. I mean, I appreciate the insouciance, but that's about it.
God
It's
save
not
the queen.
real. It's
It
not
doesn't remind you. It doesn't remind you of that. It doesn't remind you of that early '70s Adam 12 thing you were describing, the demo derby.
Yeah, I made you think about your joy as a 12-year-old or whatever it was that you said, and now you're not even voting for me. I am extremely hurt.
Well, the thing is, what really scares me is that I was looking at the video of that demolition derby just a few days ago on YouTube.
Wait,
So-
that exact one?
That exact
We'll
one.
put a
And
link.
still,
We'll put a
you
link
won't
in it.
vote for Alana.
Yeah.
Yeah, still you won't vote for me.
There's a good story. There's a good story in the New York Times about that demolition derby too. About the Times actually covered it.
Yeah,
But still no.
it's the one.
Let me tell you all these things I love about that demo.
Exactly.
It is a great story though, and it's the one that has that really famous quote talking about how Evel Knievel's like, nobody's here to watch me die, and then like some kid yells like, you're dead wrong, man.
Right. And the thing is, it took place at the LA Coliseum, and so it was a pretty cool.
Wow.
Still he votes against me.
All right,
I didn't vote
Alana.
against it.
Under pressure that day.
I voted. I just couldn't put my heart into voting for or against it.
Okay, Alana, what was your favorite pick of the day?
Well, I mean, I enjoyed seeing all of these cars, and it's pretty close, but because it is exactly the same vision that I had, I have to go with Jonathan. I also really appreciate his dedication to having props. Big fan of props here. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
I mean,
Gotta
someone's
go.
going to win, but we're going to be immortal, which is really what.
Right. Like
Really
nobody's
be
gonna
immortal.
remember who won. Like some
Exactly.
guy in a like
a Mark V.
yeah, or a
some guy in a
7
town car
Wagon.
executive. Yeah.
Exactly. we're gonna be
talk about
with the
Town Car
gods.
Executive.
Well, there's also the possibility of you winning best dressed car, and you can show up in some kind of you could turn your car into some kind of limo or just paint it bright yellow and make it like the German taxi. Before Chino Challenge became a family friendly event, the winner of the 1999 best dressed car had came out with topless dancers on it.
Oh,
And then
I mean,
went
they
to-
left before the Derby started, but for the best dressed competition, they were there.
the very worst thing about Alana's Rolls-Royce is you just know that the big temptation would be to make it into like a Grey Poupon joke. And that would just
no
drive me
one's
up the
even
wall.
brought that up until now.
I know. I was very proud of us until the moment I destroyed it.
I mean, wow. Okay.
Well, it's just like every time you mention Rolls-Royce, somebody makes that stupid Grey Poupon joke, and I just
Except no one made the joke until
I did it.
and you
so-
still wouldn't give her the vote. No one even made the joke, and you still wouldn't give her the vote.
Just,
When I
okay,
valet
I'm a
parked- when I
hypocrite.
valet parked Pearly, every single Rolls Royce I parked had a Grey Poupon jar.
Did it really?
I
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan, 560 SEL W126.
Plus the hat and the thank you.
Well, I give the costume a thumbs down.
I can-
Why-
I can't-
why-
I can't-
Thumbs up.
I can't endorse destroying that car.
Here we go. Oh my
Okay.
goodness. I feel like you need to recuse yourself from this episode.
It's all
If
right.
you
Somebody always has to be the contrarian. It's fine.
I'm not going to apologize for being a lover.
Okay, Jonathan.
wow. I love it. Okay.
Neither is
Well,
Jonathan. Did you see his outfit?
That's-
Yeah, I'm surprised you had
I'm
to
gonna-
buy one of those. I'm surprised you don't
You already have it.
wardrobe.
Well,
Pull it out.
Wait, the
pull it out.
non-flammable one. Got it.
and
Right.
get a ride on Pearly's Cub behind
All right,
him.
Jonathan, what's your favorite AMC of today?
My favorite AMC of the show, and I mean, as crazy as this is, as much as I'm an AMC guy, as much as it pains me not to choose an AMC when it's so beautifully presented in the perfect time and place. But I mean, how can you pass up a Rolls-Royce for this? How can you pass up a Rolls-Royce for this? So
Your love of
yeah.
luxury,
Oh.
your love of super premium brands outweighs your
Exactly.
love of AMC.
And super premium people like we have in Alana. So yes.
Oh, just
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm
okay.
the other end of the seesaw for whatever
I mean,
you're bringing.
Per-
That's what I
Pearly-
got.
Pearly, I know you want to say get a room. You can say it. Go ahead.
yeah.
All right,
No,
Pearly.
I've already got the
indulged
outfit,
in great-
so
I already indulged in great
I'm
Poupon. I
ready.
didn't go to that type of thing.
All right, Pearly. Town Car Executive. Thumbs up, I guess. It's probably a good demo derby car.
Yeah, it's smart.
Really?
Oh, it's very
The guy
practical.
came with-
It's good.
No one's going to be talking about it after the demo derby's over.
No, but I'm going to win.
Are you? I think Derek probably.
That
You know,
AMC
honestly,
will crush you.
I would go with the Crown Vic because it has shorter overhangs. Because you don't
Well,
want.
not being a derby professional like you, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that you want as much crush space as possible.
I am well. The thing, so the wagon that Ramsey picked, that I can't wait to smash. That was the opposite of the wagon that you were talking about with the structure going down.
Right.
That back was so weak it would crush down, and it became an instant tractor pull on that car. So longer overhangs are not good. You want those to either smash up or smash in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just trying to get you the win here.
that's a sort of insight that CD likes to hire now. And
okay,
why
Pearly, stop grinding your axe and pick a car.
I'm going to give Pearly a sideways, like you for you fulfill the assignment, but we're looking for style points as well. That's important.
You saw the
mean-
chrome on the fender on the wheel
But he's got to
well?
take that off anyway. He's got to take
Oh.
that off for the
Fair
derby.
point.
Yeah, but then you could paint it back on.
Yes.
look, I
But then you wouldn't want to destroy it because it's too nice.
It's too
So-
nice.
I don't. Yeah.
All right, Pearly, what's your favorite car? What are you gonna take?
I'll go for the Lincoln Mark V. That car has and I just remember those cars. You have like, speaking of my overhang fetish, the front of that car is about this much space before you get to the engine or the radiator. It's
Yep.
really well protected. Now, the other thing is that I like Mark Vs. I mean, I wouldn't mind owning a Mark V. It just seems like a very 1970s Frank
But you'll
Cannon
rush it.
private eye kind of car. I'd want to have that car to drive. I think it's they're terrible, but it'd be awesome to have.
I think you'd look good in one, Pearly. I think you'd look like, I think it'd be fun to pull up to like a press event in that car and just like, step
Absolutely.
out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just one of those cars. The car takes, it slowly comes out there. Or else you see it, and it's chasing somebody. And it's going, as it understeers through the corners. It's
All right, so
it's also one of those cars when it comes to a stop, it goes back and forth for about 14 minutes before it actually stops. I like that car.
all right,
Okay,
Derek,
Tony, are you done? Are you ready for me to go now?
Derek, you've got 2.
Yeah.
And Alana has 1, and Jonathan has 1.
Yes.
Wait, no, I have 2, right?
I don't know.
No, yeah, that's right. She's got 2 as well from
Yeah,
Derek.
Derek
Derek voted for the Rolls, and
Yeah,
Jonathan voted
and I
for-
chose
I
the
didn't vote for
Rolls-Royce.
myself, unlike you, Tony.
I never. I need to pick a winner between Derek and Alana, basically.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could do your, I'm
How
gonna make
about
a
my
tie.
car? Vote on my AMC before I reveal my vote.
No,
Derek,
do not
vote.
destroy that car.
Oh,
Do not destroy that car.
Derek.
Come on, you told that story about that. What was it? An Aspen wagon with the straight 6? That was
Volare.
Oh, it was a Volare.
It's an important distinction.
All right. I'm gonna go with Alana's Rolls-Royce because I think that's the car that's going to be talked about for ages after.
Absolutely.
From 1973 until now.
Yeah.
Alana takes
True.
the win.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks for joining us.
So Alana wins.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
I'm so mad.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
Really,
Again.
is this on a delay for you or something?
He's in Khartoum. He can't get
I'm just tired.
the internet.
All right.
I got stuff I have to get done. I haven't gotten done.
I mean, would it cheer you up, Pearly, if as we finish this up, if I share a little clip of Shirley Muldowney in a demolition derby in 1976?
Oh, awesome! Yes,
that make you
yes,
feel
it made me happy.
All right. Okay. Hold on. I got this.
Well, I mean, if that's all it took, we really should have done. Oh my God.
All right. Here we
Did you
go.
ever put your eyes on?
Do you feel like a 12 again, Pearly?
So this
Get
is
to
this
the-
is
get to
76.
the
isn't
good
it?
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, 76. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you grew up
There
on
you
Wide World of Sports, the demolition derbies were the best on Wide World of Sports.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Getting a real wallop from Butch Stockton. We've got about 7 of them now who are out of the action, and now looks like Stockton's radiator is.
And that's Keith Jackson reporting.
Take a whack at Muldowney. She
Oh my God.
Marion Bucia just misses.
I love it.
So that's Shirley there in that wagon, and then the hubcap.
The black car as Muldowney
That's a Chevelle wagon too. Jeez.
They could sell that hubcap.
Yeah. So Derek, how come she didn't take the hubcaps off?
She should have taken that hubcap off. She
Oh,
probably
man.
drove that wagon to the Derby.
72
And like-
Chevelle wagon. That's kind of a cool car.
Okay, we got to stop.
Yeah, and I was like, it's amazing to me that this was real life. Like, this isn't 1 Adam 12.
I love how there are people just standing just feet away from the action.
Yeah, I feel like we've really missed the glory days of the Derby.
I think,
Absolutely.
yeah, that was America.
All right. You feeling better now, Pearly? We good? I'll send you this link later.
That's okay. I can find it. It's just I look at it and I just kind of
Oh my God.
Oh, it's 70 LTD.
yeah 70 LTD with the headlight with the hidden headlights. The real
Yep.
And look at that hearse. It's got like
Yeah.
You are never going to get this show wrapped up, Tony. You are never.
All right, I'm stopping. I'm
going to
stopping
get
for
this
you.
wrapped
Matador.
up.
There you go.
Watch Window Shop, watch videos.
I recommend
everything gets meta.
I recommend that everybody go look up the
We went.
Shirley
I'll
Muldowney
put it.
video.
I'll put it in the link. Yeah.
Also look up the 73.
We went Mystery Science Theater 3000 there for a second.
You sure did.
I was just trying to make Pearly feel better, you know?
Yes. Well, thank you for watching, and
I'm unmuted now.
please continue to send suggestions like this one. This was a great suggestion, and we'll do them. And please subscribe and like, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and invite us to your demolition derby.
Bye.
Bye.
The original Continental was the only American luxury car ever honored for design excellence at New York's Museum of Modern Art. Now, Continental Mark V. Mark V, in the tradition of excellence of the original Continental, yet different from every Mark that's come before it. To its owner, Continental Mark V is more than a new car. It's a mark of tradition.